Alrighty, Battle City action, and we have got Ishizu taking on Lumis and Umbra. So hopefully Lumis and Umbra don't brick like they've done a few times in the past. Just pulling up my comments as well. Before we get in, for all the wrestling fans, did anyone watch Raw today? Holy hell, what a Raw that was. That Raw is like top product right now. It is absolutely fire. Braun Strowman and Bronson Reed. If you haven't seen that, watch it before this. Literally go watch it now. That's how good Bronson Reed and Braun Strowman got on Raw today. That was absolute carnage. Alright, we're looking at Ishizu's perspective. Shining Angel and Yugioh are in hand. And down goes Shining Angel. She also played that trap card. I missed its name, and I would need to be reminded what it was again, but it's a 15 card in the deck. Draw one. Okay, Rogue Doll goes to attack Shining Angel, and Ishizu decides to activate the effect and calls another Shining Angel, possibly setting up for a Mudora is why she would be doing that. Alright, before we begin, let's give a quick shout out. One, Jason Preslund, as always. Thanks, brother, for commenting. What did Ishizu just draw? Oh, Swords of Revealing Light, good card. Yugioh's a good card as well. That can do a dice roll if it gets destroyed. Rare Hunter Gaming 8689 says, greetings from Germany as well, and also had a suggestion with Mai's deck, Odeon's too, some more trap monsters. I don't know what other trap monsters Odeon had. I have to watch his Duel again. And in terms of Mai's deck as well, yes, we here as well producing the series have also decided to reevaluate Mai's deck because she is absolutely blitzing everything in her path. She will probably go undefeated at this rate and she won't even break a sweat. So I actually looked at her and Marek's duel because she only had the one duel that we actually saw, didn't we, in Battle City. That's why I don't remember that duel, and she actually used a couple of Amazon S cards, and I was like, huh, okay, I had actually completely forgotten that she did. I thought she just used Harpy cards in that duel. It's been a long time since I've seen it. And as we see Keldo come to the field in defense, Shining Angel goes to defense mode. We saw a Dispel on swords, didn't we? Yeah. And the thing is, if I give Mai an Amazon S deck to play with, she's going to do more damage than what she's already doing. I used the Amazon S deck to get through literally this whole game. Even in like the V reigns and Arc V. The Amazon S deck, when it's at like proper strength with all of its monsters, it's damn near unbeatable. Even by like today's standards, that deck is insane. So I'm like, well, that'll make Mai's deck even harder to beat. And I'm thinking, well, she played Amazon S Chainmaster. She played, I think she might have played Amazon S Swordswoman as well. She also played the Unfriendly Amazon, which sort of doesn't fit with that deck. So yeah, I think I might discard some of her more opponent-abusing Harpy monsters and exchange them for a couple of the Amazon S decks. Because if you just had those Amazon S cards, they won't work as well. They need all the other Amazon S cards to function together. Amazon S Princess, Amazon S Tiger, and all them, along with Amazon S Village. It is one hell of a deck, that Amazon S deck. But yes, we are going to change Mai's deck just a little bit, just to see if we can make her lose a match here and there. Even with those changes, she is still going to be very difficult to beat, mind you. So yeah, since it is the first series of these we are doing, I plan to do a season every year going on of like all the arcs. So we'll do another Duelist Kingdom and Battle City season sometime next year. So like we'll have like a season per year for like all the arcs or something. Is kind of what I was thinking. And you know, on the first one, you know, we'll take a little bit of time to get the perfect decks together and all that. So Also, oh, Bait Doll, Exchange of the Spirit. That's a 15 deck card. So neither player lost life points as of yet, but where am I up to in the Yu-Gi-Oh series? I am up to I just finished Yugi and Kaiba's match where they're battling at the castle, where they're using Kaiba's flimsy dual disc, and he steps onto the ledge and refuses to lose. Alright, there goes Rogue Doll. We have seen the first loss of life points, finally, after all this time. Funny thing is, in the anime, there's a couple of flashback scenes that you see. One is where Yugi has put the puzzle together for the first time, and as he's got it in pieces and he's smiling at it, there's Taya sort of like standing there looking on at Yugi. However, in another flashback scene, Joey and Yugi are at the diner where Taya's working, and they sort of like don't know her then, and Joey's like, yeah, we should get to know Taya a bit better, you know, and he's like, okay. Yugi's got the Millennium Puzzle already there, so he kind of shouldn't have had Taya in that scene where he first gets the puzzle, because they weren't friends yet. And there was also another flashback plot hole where it was where it was a heavily edited scene, because I think in the Japanese one the guy had a bit more evil intentions than just stealing Taya's purse, if I remember reading it correctly. He wanted something else from her. However, it's when that guy sort of tricks Taya with that note, and Taya goes into that sort of that shed, and then that guy tries to jump her, and then Yugi jumps on him. He throws Yugi off. Taya bites him. Taya gets pushed aside, and then Yami Yugi comes up and he says to the guy, "We're both going to draw a card, and whoever wins, if you win, you get to go, but if I win, I get to decide your fate." And he draws Curse of Dragon. Yugi draws Dark Magician. Now, Yugi has his deck in that, and with Dark Magician and Curse of Dragon in it, as we see Mudora, this could be a very somewhat quick win. It started off even, but this match has really turned around now, and Lumis and Umbra aren't blocking, so I am guessing that they have bricked their hand, which they are capable of. Well, that was a disappointing finish. Lumis and Umbra, yeah, they do have the tendency to brick a little bit, but we'll set them up again. We'll go from their perspective this time so we can see just how bad of a hand they draw. The shame is that they do actually have a pretty good deck. They just have to draw the cards in the right order. If they draw the cards in the right order, it's a fantastic deck and very fun to watch as well. But yes, Yugi's got his deck. However, in episode 1, Grandpa gave Yugi that deck. So the way the context seems is that Yugi shouldn't have had that deck in that flashback. I don't know, I just watched it and I was just like, I noticed that. Maybe he borrowed his grandpa's deck one day. He just saw it was destiny and he took it and then he gave it back. But no, I think Yugi got the deck the first time when Grandpa handed it to him for the match with Kaiba. But yeah. Plot holes. I mean, every anime's got plot holes. I mean, just look at Dragon Ball Z. Nothing in that makes sense. I still love it though. I'll watch Dragon Ball Z until the end of time. Alright, infinite cards. There's face down magic and traps all over the field to start off this one. Do you name the Dark Witch? That's another card that apparently Mai played in that match with Marek. So I was going to add that to her deck as well. Which again, an 1800 attacker, the unfriendly Amazon is 2000, so it's not like she's losing strength getting rid of some of those harpies, so she's still going to have a really nasty deck. But I still don't see Mai actually losing. But this is the thing with the anime as well, and we see Mask of Brutality, that'll put Shining Abyss to 2600. It's not the first time I've seen him play that with Shining Abyss as well. But yeah, in terms of the anime, God, I wish they just dueled the characters a bit more. Mai only had like one match in Battle City, which was the one against Marek, because they kind of ran into her like more than halfway through the tournament, didn't they? And they didn't actually see her battle any of her opponents. And again, in Duelist Kingdom, she only had 2. I would have liked the series or the seasons to be a bit longer, and we got to see some more duels from those supporting characters. But I guess they had to get through the story at some pace, as well as we see Masked Clown come to the field. So unless Ishizu can block here, we may be seeing a very quick victory for Lumis and Umbra. Alright, Masked Clown goes in for an attack. Shining Angel's on the field as well. She maybe could have played that in attack mode and attacked again. Oh, hang on. No, I'm tripping balls. No, oh, they played that mind control card to get it over from the field. Yeah. I'm distracting myself too much. I'm focusing on the duel. Okay, Mask of Dispel. That's a good card, Mask of Dispel. You can target a face-up spell card and then take 500 points of damage off your opponent per standby phase. So we're seeing some of the good mask cards come into play here, at least. And there goes Spirit of the Harp. But looking good for Lumis and Umbra. They might be able to constitute a third match here. Okay, there's Bazoo. Bazoo the Soul Eater. Although Lumis and Umbra have to be careful because they're paying 1,000 points per turn to keep that Mask of Brutality. Is it Mask of Brutality? Yeah. They're paying a bit to keep that on the field as well, but it is worth it. It is a very good card. And although Ishizu is managing to keep up the defense, although she is running out, there's Keldo. Oh wait, did Ishizu not elect to use... Oh, I guess she's running out of life points. So... And to the end phase. Ishizu, does she have anything to turn this match around and take it in straight sets? Face down defense, so it looks like probably not. And there is Mask of the Accursed. Again, 1,000 points. However, with 4,000 points left, Lumis and Umbra are still in a good position. Or are they going to attack with Bazoo? Well, I mean, they might as well. If they risk it and they don't get it, they can get it next turn. Otherwise, Shining Abyss would end the duel this turn. And, it's Yugioh. If it can roll a 4, Ishizu will be safe. And it's a 2, which means Lumis and Umbra will pick up the second match, and we will go to a tiebreaker. Now, I do actually intend to record some Forbidden Memories, so if you want to stick around for more Yu-Gi-Oh after this, I am going to upload a Forbidden Memories. I'm not 100% sure what I'm going to do, but I might just upload it just for some nostalgia, because Forbidden Memories can be a little bit hard to get a hold of, so not everyone's able to play it. So some people might just like the... I might do a bit of a playthrough. I do have my main file on it, but I might just rebuild a basic starter deck and do a playthrough of the campaign. I won't start a new game, but I'll use a deck relevant for where I am in the story, because obviously if I play Simon Moran using Meteor Black Dragons and Skull Knights, the likelihood is that poor old Simon Moran probably isn't going to be much of a challenge. I mean, he's not much of a challenge even at the start of the game. Funny thing is though, Simon Moran actually gives you some very good cards in free duel. Alright, there's Kelbeck. So if that gets attacked, it will send a card back to the Lumis and Umbra's hand. And they go over the defense. If I've miscalled anything in this as well, I am slightly sunburned as well. I think I'm starting to feel the effects of it as well. Yes, I have been down at the beach for the last couple of days in Western Australia. We are quite fortunate. We do have very good beach. We do have very good beach climate and very good beach views. However, I'm someone who, for some reason, just gets to the beach and then I'm like, you know what, forget the sunscreen, can't be bothered. And then I end up getting a little bit cooked, which isn't good. You should wear sunscreen, but to each your own. When I got home, I went and drank a creaming soda in the shower as well. Okay, Ishizu has got Yugioh, Kelbeck, and Yugioh. Hey, that's a good question. What is the best soft drink to drink while you're in the shower? Now, a lot of people are probably thinking, what in the actual hell are you going on about? But yes, quite often I do actually take a can of soft drink in the shower with me. Why? I don't know. I don't know, it's just nice, relaxing. Alright, turn change. We're back to Lumis and Umbra. It's a face down spell or trap. Another face down spell or trap. Wait, that was... also, shoutouts to Hotbutt, Mecha Jason, and Darkmaker75. I think I was going through comments earlier as well, and I think I got sidetracked. I got sidetracked from watching the Duel with comments, and then I got sidetracked from reading out the comments, and then I got sidetracked with the anime, and then I got sidetracked about beverages. There was also a question from Darkmaker, what would my favourite archetype be? Are Amazon S considered an archetype? Yeah, I think so. I would probably go with Amazon S as like a... Darkmaker said Ancient Gear. The Ancient Gear cards are amazing. I love the Ancient Gear cards. First time I saw Ancient Gear Golem, I was like, whoa, that thing is cool. Like, this big evil looking machine. And when I started collecting the Lost Millennium booster packs years and years ago, I got a few of those Ancient Gear cards and I was like, these cards are absolutely amazing. Like, for a machine deck, this is like Bandit Keith on some good juice, man. Like, these machine cards are sweet. I have Ancient Gear Beast, it's a 2000 attack, and every time it destroys a monster, I think it gains 500 attack, if I remember the effect right. And it's a super good card. And yeah, at some point I will make archetype decks. I will make every archetype deck that I can possibly make, and we'll have one big massive tournament. It will happen one day. Probably not today, probably not tomorrow, but someday it will. As we are... maybe a little bit. That card is rubbish, man. It is so bad. You have to draw that card on your very first turn to make any use out of it, and Lumis and Umbra are getting pummeled here. They are running out of life points very quickly. And it's unlikely this one is going to go another turn. Ishizu's still at 8,000. Alright, do Lumis and Umbra have anything? There's Mask of Remnants. That will literally do nothing. Why did I think of Luma? Why does that sound familiar? Luma. I think I might be thinking of Luna Lovegood from Harry Potter. I think that's what I'm thinking of. Well, there's Mask of Weakness. It's not going to do any difference, but it's not a bad card. It's like a reinforcement the other way with another 200 points. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Ishizu has picked up a pretty convincing win against Lumis and Umbra. At least Lumis and Umbra managed to get one win in, so that's not too bad, I guess. Let's pull up the tournament bracket. Who is playing next? So Ishizu picks up a win. Arcana and Bakura. Now, that should be a good match. Fingers crossed that one That sounds like a good match on paper. And then there's also Strings and Marek. And Strings' deck is blah. So, and that will be the last 2 matches of that round. So, over in Duelist Kingdom, I think it was... Which one was playing on that tomorrow? It was Kyber and the Paradox Brothers. That's right. That should be a good match too. Anyway, yeah, I am going to go play some Forbidden Memories and upload that for a little bit, and just for some nostalgia, because I know a few Yu-Gi-Oh players here were really into Forbidden Memories. For some of us, it was our first Yu-Gi-Oh game as well. It was for me too. Well, anyway, wherever you are in the world, thanks everyone for tuning in. Thanks for leaving all the comments as well. I am trying as quickly as I can to get back to everyone. It's like I just fall asleep whenever I fall asleep. I don't really have a schedule anymore. Thanks everyone for tuning in. I'll see you all tomorrow for Yu-Gi-Oh. Wherever you are in the world, stay safe, take care, farewell.